Good morning, all. Welcome to the seventh lecture of Unit 1, which is Quantum Mechanics. Today, we are going to discuss about Schrödinger's time-independent wave equation. So, Schrödinger is a scientist who has given the mathematical proof for the existence of matter waves. So, in the matter waves, psi is the quantity that is varying, which gives the probability of finding the particle. Now, by using the psi, we can represent a wave, which is nothing but a matter wave, which is known as Schrödinger's wave equation. So Schrödinger describes the wave nature of a particle in mathematical form and is known as Schrödinger's wave equation. So let us consider a plane wave moving along positive x-axis with a velocity v. So the equation of a wave is written in the form of y is equal to a sine 2 pi by lambda into x minus vt. So this is the general wave representation. Now we convert this wave by assuming that it is in the form of matter waves. So where lambda is the wavelength of a wave, a is the amplitude of a wave, y is the displacement of a wave in y direction, and x is the displacement along x-axis at any instant of time t. So now this is known as equation 1 or general equation of a wave. Now taking the first order derivative with respect to x-axis on both sides of equation 1 means this equation, let us write the differential equation of the equation 1, which we can write it as y now can be taken as dy by dx is equal to a, which is amplitude constant, so a remains as it is. Sine, if we differentiate, we get it as cos 2 pi by lambda, 2 pi by lambda, and x minus vt, and 2 pi by lambda by x is the differentiative. So if we differentiate it, we get 2 pi by lambda. So finally, we get an equation as dy by dx is equal to a cos 2 pi by lambda into x minus vt into 2 pi by lambda. Now if we double differentiate it, dy by dx becomes d square y by dx square. Again apply the uv rule, taking a as constant. Now we have two terms, cos term and x minus vt 2 pi by lambda. So these two terms are considered as UVs, so a as constant. Now cos, if I differentiate, I get sine 2 pi by lambda, 2 pi by lambda, 2 pi by lambda, if we take it as constant, I get whole square. Cos, I get minus a sine, x minus vt as it is x minus vt. So substituting 1 into, I can get sine 2 pi by lambda into x minus vt, I can take it as y from equation 1. So in the place of that, I write it as d square by dx square as usual plus 2 pi by lambda whole square. This one I take it the same, and instead of a sine 2 pi by lambda into x minus vt, I can write it as y. So I get, we rewrite the equation as d square y by dx square plus 2 pi by lambda whole square into y is equal to 0. This is known as differential plane wave equation. Now in this equation, I replace lambda with de Broglie wavelength of lambda is equal to h by mv, and y, which is nothing but the displacement. Now where I replace y with psi, psi is the quantity that is varying. So I can rewrite the equation 3 as d squared psi by dx square plus 2 pi by lambda whole square into psi is equal to 0. So y is replaced with psi and lambda is y is replaced with psi and lambda is equal to h by mv. If I reconsider it, I get this equation. So now if I square it, I can write it as d squared psi by dx square plus 4 pi square. Lambda is now taken as m square v square by h square into psi is equal to 0. So for a moving particle, the total energy is considered as E is equal to U plus V. So E is now taken as total energy, U is the kinetic energy, and V is the potential energy. So if I replace it as kinetic energy is known as half mv square. So kinetic energy is taken as U. So if I equate it as 2U into m is equal to m square into v square, means I'm multiplying and on both sides with m. So I can rewrite this particular section as 2mu is equal to m square into v square. Now 2m instead of u, I can write it as e minus v. So u is replaced as e minus v is equal to m square v square. So now if I substitute this part in equation 4, I can write d square psi by dx square as it is plus 4 pi square by h square as it is. Instead of m square v square, I can substitute this value 2m into e minus v. Psi as it is equal to 0. So now if I solve it like d square psi by dx square, 4 into 2 is 8, pi square m into e minus v by h square into psi is equal to 0. So this equation is known as Schrodinger's time independent wave equation in one dimension. The same equation can be represented in 3 dimensions as del square psi plus 8 pi square m by h square e minus v into psi is equal to 0. So instead of h, I can rewrite it in another constant known as h cut square, where h cut is equal to h by 2 pi. So the same equation I can rewrite in terms of h cut like d squared psi by plus 2m by h cut square into e minus v into psi is equal to 0. So this is another form of representing the Schrodinger's time independent wave equation in terms of h cut. But for a free moving particle, this potential energy V becomes 0. So in this term, as V becomes 0, I can rewrite the same equation as del square psi plus 8 pi square m e by h square into psi is equal to 0. So as V becomes 0, this term is becoming 0. So I can rewrite this equation. This is the Schrodinger's time independent wave equation for a free particle. Thank you.